All right, so we are in the car now, and I did a quick unboxing just to show you guys what comes in this kit. This is the Hansshow rear entertainment. This is the 7.2 screen display. Comes with, of course, some instructions, some documentation. Here is the screen. Screen looks really, really nice. Has a little wrap around the outside on the screen, and it does have the kind of a flat black look. I did see some other ones online that have different textures. This is the flat black one. And here at the very bottom, this one does have the two USB-C ports as well as the vent in the middle. The one thing I am noticing is that the vent in the middle is not adjustable. So that is something to note, is that the factory one, which we have here, is adjustable. You're able to push these left to right. And that's gonna be a little concerning for me because I do have a child that sits in the middle seat. We have a bunch of tools as well as a USB-C to USB-A adapter. We have a little pad in here and also this little cap, which I saw in another video where they would cap off one of the plugs in here. Now, before we do anything with the console, the one thing you need to do first is turn the power off on the car. We don't want any live wires here. And in order for you to do that, you're gonna go into the main menu on your screen, go down to safety, scroll down to the very bottom, click on power off. Now, to turn the power back on, all you need to do is press on the brake and the power will come back on. But for safety reasons, turn off the power first before we start disconnecting any wires from the system. Next thing we need to do is take off the bottom panel. It's a panel that sits right below the vents, and you're gonna need to get the little orange pry tool out of the bag, and you're just gonna go in on the side. And so you just need to go around and pry it off. Now, the one thing you don't want to do is you don't want to force it, and you don't want to pull the plastic back, because if you do, you're going to end up getting some sort of crease or white line in there. So it did pop off pretty easily. I actually started from the bottom, got one pop off to go first, and as you can see here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clips on the very back, and now I can see the plug here down below. So there is a blue plug at the very bottom, so we will be taking that apart in a second. So once we get the bottom panel off, we're gonna now need to remove the vent, or this unit here at the very top. Again, get your pry tool, and right below the USB-C ports, you're gonna pop it in there and just slowly lift it up, just like that. And then I believe you just pull from the sides. There you go. Now, that was my first time taking it off, and all I did was pry it up from the bottom. There's 2 clips here, which go into this section right there. And then once that comes up, I just pulled it straight out, kind of grab onto the sides and pull it straight out. Now, be careful because there is a cord here. As you can see, there is a cord right here. So you're gonna need to unplug that by pressing the side, just like so, right here. And this is the old one. And of course, this is going to be the new one. Now, while my panel here is already open, I recommend just getting a rag. I do have just some, little dirt in here. So you want to clear some of this out while you can. All right, next thing we're gonna do is grab the harness. So undo the little knot here. So once you get the harness unraveled, you're gonna have the male and female side here, which you're going to be basically taking the blue plug, unplugging that, and then plugging this in between. Also, there's going to be a single piece that's going to go through up here, which has a green tag on it. Now, yours might not have a green tag, but it does say rear air conditioning power cord. All right, so let's put this wire through here. And there is some gaps in between. You can push it through. See, the cord's coming through just like that. As I push this up, and then I can grab it from the other side. So feed that through just like this. And this plug right here is what's going to be plugging into the monitor plug, which is going to be this plug right here. Now, there is this cable right here, which I don't want to be left open. And this is where they have this extra plug right here inside of your case. So what you're going to want to do is cover this up by plugging in this little piece here. Plug this in just like that, clicks right in, and then this will just sit right on top, and we should be able to pop this on as easily as we took it off, hopefully. That's the idea, at least. Now, the one thing you want to do is there's going to be clips right here, which actually are from the original unit. You need to remove these clips because there's actually new ones on the new monitor. So remove these clips. There you go. Okay, so that is installed there. Undo this plug here. Female, plug it in on this side. Just like that. Also, this is for the seat adjustments. Now, if you want to hook up your seat, you can run this through down below here, underneath, and hook it up to the side of your seat. The only issue with that is that people in the rear of your car can now have control of your seat. So if you have kids like I do, you might want to think twice about installing the seat adjustments, because you can actually move the seats back and forth from the rear. Right over here, so click this in. Click that in. So I'm going to slide this underneath the elastic right over here. All right, so now on the seatbelt side, as you can see, there is a little gap here at the very bottom. I'm going to run the wire through there. You just need to fold this back, and that'll give you better access to that port right here. As you can see, there is a little plug right here. Okay, unplugged it from the seat. Now plug in one end to this side, and then the other end back into the new port. There you go. Right over here, and click chair control, and there you go. Now I can move my seat forward and back. Now right now it's my driver's seat that I can control. If you want to switch this up and move it so you can control the passenger seat, you're able to do that as well. I actually wanted to adjust, so you can only move one chair because it is plugged into this one, and I'm able to go forward and back so you can see the chair moving. Move the chair all the way back. All right, so now with everything installed, we can go through the settings, and here on the first one is the fan, so you can adjust your fan speed here if I wanted to turn on the air conditioning in the back. And like I mentioned earlier, we only have a little slit for air to come out, so that is going to be something you have to think about. We have USB power here in the back. Going over to the next one, I have the seats. So if I want to have heated seats, I'm able to turn these on just like that. Next we have is the settings. So we have, because it's an Android device, we have settings. So you can change your time, language, display. I can put it to rest, go to display, brightness, go to 100. Factory set, I don't have a password for that. Here is where you're able to hook up. All right, so there's one thing that you do need to note, and that is, even if you have premium connectivity through Tesla, it does not connect to the internet through the Tesla. And that was kind of a bummer, because I was like, man, I am signed up through premium connectivity. I can use it on my main screen. You cannot use it here on the back screen. The back screen is really just like an Android device, pretty much just linking it together with your Tesla interface as far as using things like the audio or Bluetooth. So if you are going to set up Netflix and YouTube and you want your kids like myself to watch TV in the back, you basically have to tether a device, tether your phone to the actual screen. Now, if you want to download apps like Netflix, you're going to want to go to the Play Store, sign in, and then you can download a bunch of different apps. Now, I downloaded Prime Video, I downloaded Netflix, so I would have to, of course, log in through my Netflix account, and then sign in that way. All right, so now I'm in YouTube, and if I want to go and watch my most recent video, I can click there. All right, so you can see there is a delay. If I want to turn my volume up, I'm able to do that by going back home. Move this over.
I just got the rear ones done at around 19,000, I believe. I'll have to check my video again, but I did get the rear tires done here at Bear. I did go.
So there is a delay. You can see that delay.
Factory performance come in at 275.
All right, so that was just an install video. I am going to be taking this on a 8-hour road trip tomorrow. And that's the reason why I wanted to get this thing installed. So this was just more of a first look installation. I'm going to be taking a road trip, 8 hours. Now I'm going to get some feedback from the kids. Is the Bluetooth delay going to be an issue? The power cables down below, the air vent coming right in the middle. Is my kid that's in the middle seat going to complain about the air? So these are things I'm going to learn on this road trip. And if you guys want to see part 2 possibly of this video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. As always, if you guys got some value from this video, a big like would be much appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.